we're dealing with an intellectual lightweight. That doesn't necessarily mean you're weak. Sometimes the less you think, the stronger you can be because you only know one thing, brute force. But Donald Trump doesn't know brute force in the traditional sense of the word. Brute force is brute force. It's not bullying. And Donald Trump is just a bully. Donald Trump will never stand up to anybody who stands up to him. This is why we see he strikes, even when he takes a so-called decisive military strike against Iran. It was done negotiated as part of a, complex series of agreements reached to bring about a ceasefire that Israel demanded because they lost the war. We now know this to be the case. We know Israel begged Donald Trump to intervene on a ceasefire because they couldn't sustain this conflict. Iran agreed because they had taken some heavy hits. But the Iran today is in a far stronger position. And Donald Trump will not stand up to this Iran because we can't afford the price that will be paid. Venezuela, he bombs fishing boats and calls it a great victory. Let's see how the Venezuelan government reacts. If it shows weakness, it's doomed. It's finished. You show strength, Donald Trump will back down. He isn't going to do anything against Russia because Russia will do something against him. He won't do anything against China because China will do something against him. Anytime somebody stands up to Donald Trump, he falls like a house of cards. Israel is the easiest problem in the world to solve. But you have to be decisive. I could solve Israel today, right now, if I were the president of the United States. I would sign an executive order that finds AIPAC to be a foreign agent, and all any Jewish American organization that has a relationship with Israel must immediately register as a foreign agent. I would send U.S. Marshals in and shut them all down. I would seize their bank accounts, seize their money, seize the private money of anybody who does business with Israel. I would immediately close down the Israeli embassy and arrest every Israeli diplomat as a foreign agent and put them in a concentration camp. Not the kind that kills people, but the kind that we do anytime there's a war. You always arrest the people and put them in. It'd be a nice little federal prison. They could sit there and play ping pong and volleyball and all that stuff, live in comfort, watch TV. But no, they're done. And any Israeli that resists dies instantaneously. All the Israeli agents out here would be arrested. If they resist, they die. And I would tell the Israeli government that we're stopping all coordination, cooperation with you. We're shutting you down unless you agree to our terms. They would have no choice. People say, well, you could be assassinated. Not really. Not if you lie. Not if you strike first. And the way you strike first is anybody in the U.S. government that has a relationship with Israel gets arrested. It's a crime. And we do that all the time. We arrest people who commit espionage on behalf of China, Russia, Iran. Everybody who has this relationship with Israel now where they freely pass classified information is committing espionage. They're spies. Shut it down. Shut it all down. Make Israel the illegal enterprise that it is. But the president won't do that because he's a coward. He's a coward. And if you don't act decisively, because Israel has insinuated itself so thoroughly in the American fabric, then you pay political price. Then you find yourself being sniped at, boom, 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 and you open the door to somebody putting a bullet in your head.